All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another steaming pile of spaghetti. Don't ask me what that means, 'cause I truly do not know. Uh, Hit that like button as if the like button came and hit your mom and you're getting it back for it. Please be sure to subscribe and comment down below chicken fingers if you got this far into the video. If we could get like 10 likes, that would be actually amazing. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So today's video, I will be talking about the worst substitute teacher I have ever had. Now, I know you all probably think you've had some pretty bad substitute teachers, and I've had some pretty bad ones other than this one too. But this sub is the absolute pinnacle of terrible substitute teachers. So this all happened to me around the middle of the year in sixth grade, not seventh grade, excuse me. So basically, my teacher was out for a week. I think she had like a cold or something. And so we had a sub, as always. You know, the teacher's gone, you get a sub. No big deal, right? And so normally when you have a sub, the teacher will have made like either, not really a lesson plan, will give you like this little sheet of paper. You know, you fill it out real quick. Not that big of a deal, right? But this substitute teacher was 10 times worse than it. See, most subs just give you the paper and not care. And a really nice sub won't even make you do the work and just let you play on your phone. Well, not this sub. See, this sub decided to have a hour-and-a-half long lecture as to why kids in Africa are hungry and want your school lunch. Yes, children, you heard me correctly. We sat there for an hour and a half and listened to this old lady rant about why kids in Africa are hungry and want your school lunch. So basically, I forget like why we're talking about this. Is like 2-3 years ago. So, but basically, from what I can remember, she was like, so first off, she started talking about how, like, we're all spoiled and stuff like that. Which, I mean, sure, you can say that because in a way, I guess we all are kind of spoiled. But it was like really, and I forget why we were talking about this, but it was like really weird. That's what she was talking about. She was like, oh, you guys are spoiled, all this, that, and the third, right? And then she started talking about how the tallest kid in the class and the shortest kid in the class always got on her nerves for some reason. So as like she's ranting about this, we somehow get to like how we're all like how bad we all are. Not bad, but how what's the word I'm looking for? Just said it too. Ungrateful we all are, right? Then she's like, yeah, all you kids, every time I'm in the lunchroom, I see all these kids throw away school lunch. You know how happy kids in Africa would be to have that lunch. And I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute. Are you really out here talking about starving kids in Africa? Like, lady, be quiet. Nobody wants school lunch. Like, you cannot pay those children to eat that. It is disgusting. Well, she's like talking the whole time about how all the kids in Africa want your school lunch and all that. I'm like, lady, no one wants school lunch. She's like, I was once on a plane. I was once on like a church trip to Africa. And the pastor told me not to talk to any of the kids in Africa because they're going to try to guilt you into paying for them to go to school. And I'm just like, lady, what are you talking about? I doubt you actually went to Africa and would have gone to a part of Africa that was so poor that they really needed you to pay for them to go to school. Like, nobody wants your dirty money, lady. Like, seriously, chill out. And I doubt your pastor would have been the one to tell you that. And if he really was, you have a terrible pastor. I'm not even gonna lie. Your pastor is just bad at his job. So, like, it was just really weird. And then the teacher was out for a week. So we had the same stuff for 2 days. And so I forget what she talked about on the second day, right? But like the first day, and then we got like another stuff the last 3 days, I think. So, but basically, and I was like the whole time sitting back there like, lady, stop talking about kids in Africa want food and water, right? Because this was during, this was like right around the time that the water in Flint, Michigan was going on. So I was like, they don't have water in Flint, Michigan. All right, think about Americans before you start talking about Africans, because they don't want anything from you. Like, they don't know you. They're not gonna try to guilt you into paying for their school. That really annoyed me. And like, she was I think I had like her a few other times that year. She was just a terrible sub. I forget like some of the other stuff, but that like really stuck with me because I was like, lady, what are you even talking about? She was a terrible substitute teacher. Like, if you had her, you would not want her as your sub. She was bad. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. if you all want to see another story time video of bad teachers or just stuff that's happened in my life, I can try to help you out with that. I have one of a terrible teacher. Like, this was my 3rd grade teacher. Like, I just tell you something she did that was really bad now. So there was this kid who I didn't go there. I didn't go there at the time, but my mom used to like be a substitute, and so she was subbing at the school I went to in elementary school, right? And so she told me that this teacher yelled at a kid for not speaking English. Not that the kid was just trying to be a smart ass or not speak English. No, this kid couldn't speak English. He didn't know English. I think he was like, I don't really know what language he spoke, but he didn't speak English. And she literally yelled at him for not speaking English. Like, she was a bad teacher. So, guys, if you do want to see a video about that teacher or any other events in my life, just put it down in the comments below. And see you guys later.